Women's Healing and Empowerment Network began many years ago when, as a young pastor's wife, my husband and I, we had to deal with some of our members who had been abused. And so that was my first recollection of understanding about domestic violence. And I was asked by a religious leader to start another program, another home for abused women and children.
And when I came to Mabel's, I was at that place that I had a lot of self-blame, self-hatred, and I really didn't know how to love myself. And Mabel and her program, her 12-session program, was a blessing to me. It offered me a safe place to heal. The environment with the other women in the safe house actually was very healing because it provided a context in which I could see normal behavior, because I'd only heard disparaging remarks and verbal abuse and control and selfishness. And at Mabel's, I feel I learned to love myself in a healthy way.
I've been associated with Gwen and Mabel Dunbar for over 18 years now. I started as a house manager or an advocate for the house. I went to various appointments with the ladies. And I guess I should back up just a little bit and let you know that Frida's is not so much about sheltering as it is about educating, because women aren't taught the things they need to know to understand when abuse happens. They have to learn what abuse is. So it's a whole entire educating process. What happens when you have verbal abuse, what to do, what happens when you're greeted with physical abuse, and what to do. So Frida's is not just sheltering, but it is educating.
I really wanted to understand why I would allow people in my life that brought harm to me. And that harm could be physical harm, it could be emotional, financial, spiritual, verbal abuse, intimate partner violence that I've allowed. Not only do I allow it, but I labor to stay in that relationship with some expectation as though it's going to get better or my efforts will change the situation.
It took one day at a time of him changing my perspective. And sadly, I fell trapped to his lies. And one day I woke up not even able to recognize myself.
Well, Women's Healing and Empowerment Network seeks to help individuals understand why are you attracted to an abusive partner, or that's for the female victim, or for the male victim, and I'm just generalizing here. For the male victim, why is there a need to control or to hurt a partner? And so we try to help people understand where the tendencies and where the behaviors are coming from. And once people can understand that maybe they learned it in their homes, maybe they saw it happen in their homes, maybe they themselves were abused, and this is how they know how to relate. When they can understand that, then we're able to help them see how they can stop the behavior.
A friend told me about Mabel and I came right away and I started taking the program, and it helped me to find out myself again and how I can be a useful mother and a member of society and being happy and understand what really went on without judgment.
I am involved with Women's Healing and Empowerment Network, or WHEN, because women need safe representation. Women who are involved in abuse need to have a safe place to go and recover from abuse, whether that be psychological, physical, or sexual abuse.
I've known Mabel for a long time now. I've known her for over 25 years and have seen her start this mission, start this nonprofit a long time ago, and I was thankful when Mabel asked me to be a part of this network, because I really believe that we have needs in this community, and some of these needs are very difficult to help. When someone needs a shelter, when someone needs healing, especially some of our ladies in our community, and they're in dangerous situations. That's something that is definitely a great need in this community.
I became involved with the Women's Healing and Empowerment Network approximately 5 or 6 years ago. Well, our goal was to get away from my dad. We came here from West Point, Mississippi back in 1962 to get away from my dad. We got as far away from West Point, Mississippi as we could. And until my mom's dying day, she would not talk about my dad because of physical, emotional, the financial abuse that we all had to go through.
Frida's Healing Center is a home where women and their children who have been abused can find a safe temporary place to stay where they can get support, and we provide as many services as needed to help them succeed.
I am one of the board members, have been for several years, and I really appreciate what that organization is doing for those that have serious needs. And I'm also, as a physician, providing limited medical services to folks, especially that come into the shelter.
We serve whoever comes to us in need, really. I grew up in a domestic violence situation with a father who beat me and my mother on a regular basis, and so it's something that I'm very passionate about from a personal level, and then I've seen it out in the community and everything, so I know how important it is and how important stopping it is.
In working with domestic violence victims for many, many years, I saw that there were individuals who came and they wanted to get help. They wanted to stay out of, they did not want to be abused, but they were going back into the relationship. You know, statistics indicate that women leave anywhere from 5, 7, 9 times before they decide to stay out of it. And I wanted to have a program whereby women can understand what got them into that situation in the first place, and provide a way where they can be healed, they can understand the dynamics, and they would seek to live abuse-free lives. And so that's how the terminology healing and empowerment came into play.
My name is Jordan Jarvis, and I'm here in support of Cleone's Closet, doing a fund drive for Cleone's Closet, where we're collecting cash donations and doing an account that we've set aside. And then at the end of the year here, we'll match those donations and then give them to the closet for their benefit. It's great to be a part of the organization. There's a real need out here in the airway community, and it's awesome to be a part of the solution to that need. And really, you know, when businesses and individuals come together, it's incredible what they can accomplish.
All the things it takes to run a facility like this, provide housing for women, provide food for women, those are things that we need donations for. And what I'd like you to consider is that most people don't consider a facility like this until someone in their home or in their immediate circle has a need to be sheltered.
I am very grateful, not only for Mabel, but for every volunteer, for every person that comes and helps Mabel, and even for those people that don't even show their faces, that every month they're able to give donations to help, because there are many cases that go through Mabel that it's not like it's just a bed that we can sleep on. It's really we get our life back.
Every person who is involved in this network really does have the genuine person in mind. We are all here because we want to see people help. That's why I'm really thankful for the shelters that we have. I'm really thankful for Cleone's Closet. I'm really thankful for all of the ways in which we can help this Spokane area community.
And it's just, we're so grateful for all of our sponsors that donate all of the food, and all of our volunteers and all the people that really help with the entire corporation.
I would encourage those in the area to really think about making a donation for the benefit of Cleone's Closet. Monetary donations are always appreciated and always needed.
And I'm very, very thankful for her program, and for those of her donors out there and fellow believers. I just want to say thank you.
Your donations and contributions of money or time served as a volunteer will help us keep these important programs to provide support in your community. And if you shop with Amazon, please log on using Amazon Smile, because Amazon donates 0.5% of the price of your eligible purchases to the charitable organization of your choice. And we'd like you to choose WEN.
For more information, please go to wennetworking.com.
And remember, WEN is a registered nonprofit organization, so your donations and contributions are tax deductible.